Please rise and we will do a pledge of allegiance. The box behind you. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We're going to take attendance. Mr. Williams?
Yep, roll call. We'll start with Townsend.
Here.
Maul.
Present.
Williams is present. Malcolm.
Here.
Bat. Present.
All right, we're going to move on to approving the agenda. We're looking for a motion to approve presented agenda.
Motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the agenda has been approved. We'll move on to public comment. Is there somebody signing up? Yes. Where you're up?
There we go. All right. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Good evening. I stand before you tonight on behalf of the Wes-Del class of 2025 with a sincere and united request regarding a moment that holds deep for all of us, our graduation. This ceremony represents the finish line of a journey we have worked hard to complete. It is our final moment together as students, and we want the moment to reflect the relationships, memories, and people who helped us get here. That is why we are asking you to allow Mr. Kyle Mealy to deliver the commencement address at our graduation. Mr. Mealy has been a part of Wes-Del for the past 15 years. He has attended our games, walked our halls, shared in our successes, and lifted us up during challenges. He knows each of us by name, and most of us even more than that. He has not served in our school, he has invested in it. He has been present, constant, genuine. He is a part of our story. In contrast, our current interim superintendent has had many opportunities to connect with us, whether by visiting lunchrooms, walking the halls, attending sports events, the school play, the job fair, or calling a senior class meeting. The chance to build a connection has always been there. Unfortunately, that effort has not been made. This is not said with disrespect, but with honesty. Graduation should be personal. It should be about connection, and respectfully, we do not feel represented by someone who has not taken the time to know us. This request is not made lightly. 47 out of the 50 students, or 94% of our class, have signed a petition asking for Mr. Mealy to be our speaker. The others who did not sign it were not at school when I asked for signatures. Not one senior I asked declined the offer to sign the petition. I personally approached Mr. Mealy because that is how much it means to me and for all of us. We also stand here tonight knowing that you are elected to serve the people of this community, and right now, we are those people. We are your constituents. We are your students you were entrusted to represent. Most of us are, or will soon be, voters, and our families already are. You were chosen to do what is best for students, not what is easiest, not what is traditional, not what is your personal agendas. It will be a sad day if personal belief or convenience outweigh the responsibility of representing and listening to the voice of your students. So tonight, we respectfully ask that if policy requires the interim superintendent to speak or be under contract with the school, you make an exception this year. One that honors the overwhelming voice of the graduating class and a man who has truly helped shape Wes-Del. Let our graduation be a celebration of connection. Let it reflect the people who have walked this journey with us. Let it be led by someone who knows our names and our stories, someone who means something to us. Please allow Mr. Mealy to give the commencement speech at graduation. That is all.
Thank you. We appreciate you coming and sharing your thoughts with us tonight. Can we have the petition? Thank you, Reese.
Do you want me to move this table back?
Yes, please. All right, thank you. We will move on to presentations. All right, we've got a lot going on tonight, I think.
We do, actually. We are going to recognize several students this evening, and so I have certificates for you. When I call your name, you can come up. Several different categories as well. So we're starting off with Spelling Bee champion and Spelling Bee runner-up. So we do the Spelling Bee in the school, and that's with students in grades 2nd through 5th. classroom competitions, narrow it down, and then we do one big bee in front of the school. So this year, our winners for the spelling bee were Callie Becerra, and Addison Parody was our runner-up. So Addison, you can come on up. I don't believe Callie's with us this evening. Congratulations. Good job. Next, integrity essay. So schools in the county are all invited to participate in the integrity essay contest. And so hundreds and hundreds of essays are submitted, and this is elementary all the way up through high school. We had 2 winners from our school this year that we were super proud of, and they got to go to a nice little reception as well. And so I want to recognize them next. That is Molly Glass and Ryan Powers. Next, switch gears to the Kiwanis Good Student Award. So once again, all schools in the county are able to nominate a student with outstanding character, role model, does the right thing, etc. And it's been a few years since we've had a student, I believe, at this program, but this year we had Addie McCutcheon. And finally, and this one is really cool, of course we take the I Read 3 test each year. Now that's taken in both 2nd and 3rd grade. We had a perfect score this year, 1 perfect score in the school, and it was a 2nd grader. Keep in mind, this is a 3rd grade test. So as a 2nd grader, this young man aced it, got a perfect score, the only perfect score in the school, and that was Easton Fisher. So that is just some of the several great examples of students and their achievements at the elementary school, so we're super proud of everyone. I did also want to preview another exciting thing that lots of students, everybody has been a part of, but some students will be featured. Thanks to a Betty Clark grant that we were able to receive, we have actually been working to make a book about Winnie. So Winnie the Warrior, a book about our very own service dog. Every student in the school submitted artwork. Everyone did writing, everything from poetry to some pretty in-depth research in 5th grade. We have photographs. We have all kinds of things. A lot of work went into this book. I know Mrs. Ward worked really hard on artwork. Mrs. Nauman did a lot of work with research. The driving force behind the scenes, which is no surprise if you know her at all, was Shirley Thacker, who graciously reminded me almost daily of what I needed to do next to keep this book on track to get it done in time. So, and without her, it just wouldn't have happened. And she also was our go-between with the publisher and doing a lot of those things because she's published several books, so she kind of knew what to do already. This is just the preview copy. But we have it sent off now, and we hope by mid to late next week we will get 600 copies. So each student at the elementary will get one. Every student in next year's kindergarten class will get one, and of course we have copies for you that will be sent this way as soon as those come in. So that is very cool, and also if you're bored later tonight and you Google on Amazon, this is available for sale on Amazon. So our very own book, Wes-Del Elementary, so we're pretty proud of that. We will not make very much money from the sale of the book, but what we do will go into Winnie's fund so that we can keep her happy with treats and food and vet visits and all that. So very exciting. Every student in the school got a chance to participate. If their artwork was not included in here, right now it's on display on 3 different bulletin boards in the elementary school, which is great artwork. So lots of great things going on. Let's have a round of applause for all of our students. Thank you.
Yeah. Congratulations, students, and thank you for coming tonight to show us your great accomplishments. We appreciate you coming in. And with that, we will let you leave now if you don't want to stay for the rest of the meeting.
Or you can hang out.
Or they can hang out, but we always give them the option to get on with their evenings. Thank you.
Congratulations,
everyone.
Thanks for coming.
That's fantastic.
I know.
Perfect score.
Yeah.
Well, we had how many last year was it last year or the year before? There was like 6 of them or something like that.
Got really good.
Representation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That book is
Yeah, that's so cool.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
Get your copy.
Moving on to claims, and we've got the claims, the minutes, and personnel. So if everybody's had a chance to review those,
Yes.
we are just looking for a motion to approve consent agenda items A through C.
Yep.
Do we normally hire a summer maintenance person, or is that just to help mow?
That's to help Mo and
Okay,
help
that's what I
Jeremy.
figured.
Yeah.
I did have a question too on the leave. Is she planning her, school doesn't start August? I can't remember, don't have it in front of me. She's wanting her leave
She
to
was
start
asking
the
to start the
4th or
4th, but
something?
I feel like it's probably right in that, I don't know what
I
the
think we
first day of
start
school
like
is.
the next week of that week, don't we?
It's like 8th or 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So,
their
I guess that's
contract
what
may
she
start
wants,
earlier,
but-
I don't know.
I'm not quite sure why she would identify that day as the starting day. It just probably depends on contract and when the school year starts. I don't have the,
What day of the week would that be? Because the teachers would
does
be
it start
back
on the
earlier.
4th?
Oh, then she's asking for the start of it.
Yeah.
So
Mr. Reagan says it starts on the 4th this year.
there you go.
There you go.
So that's why she's probably asking for it. So
All right.
anyway,
Yeah.
is there a motion to approve?
I will make the motion.
Is there a second?
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, consent agenda items A through C have been approved. We will move on to superintendent's report.
All right. Well, first of all, I appreciate Reese in the petition and the comments that he made tonight. I just want to recognize the fact that he's such an articulate gentleman, and I appreciate his comments. I also want to say congratulations to our own Mr. Reagan, Principal of the Year
Yes.
for Region
Yes.
6.
Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations on that. Very well deserved.
That was
And
good.
a lot of your hard work is being noticed by your peers, which is fantastic. I-Learn testing is almost over. I'm looking at Jason. We are completely finished, so we can celebrate that.
Friday. It is
Friday?
Friday, so I didn't look today. We had a couple students that still had makeups, but
Okay.
it was Friday.
So we can celebrate the end of our I-Learn testing for the year and look forward to some fun things in May. And then we have so many spring sports going on, and that's fantastic. We keep our fingers crossed that the rain holds off so we can get it in, and it's just been a really active place over the last few weeks. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll move on to new business. The food to school contract.
So that's just a renewal of our contract that we use for our bread and milk and things of that nature. Food to School is the organization who provides that for us.
When I was reading through that, all the data was stated for Northwest Allen County schools. It wasn't specified for Wes-Del.
Okay,
So that might need to be altered and updated and represented.
okay.
On that contract, what does it impose? Is there a limitation of price increase?
So it's a
Because
year-to-year, yeah.
Up to 4-year increment,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
With what your
Correct.
adders.
1 year, yep.
And so it's part of a co-op. And so there are different co-ops around the state, and this co-op is where we get our food, bread, and milk and pricing, those things. So when you're in a co-op, you can get since we're a small school corporation, we're in with many other school corporations, so we get a better price.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I didn't, when I was looking through it, I went through the schools that was involved with it. You being from Alexandria, I didn't see that school particular there. And when it comes to these type of things, I always ask myself, is there a better option?
Sure.
So that's my
that's-
question.
and
'Cause
that's-
being in the food industry myself, Brittany knows this, and I know it's different what you're talking about there on the co-op part. But when you go from one vendor to another, there's differences. There's differences regardless.
There absolutely are differences. Do I know if the co-op that Alexandria is in is getting a better price
Sure.
than Wes-Del? I do not know,
Okay.
but we can investigate that if you'd like.
That'd be my only question. I understand we used it before, but just like anything, we switched our vendors this past year. The quality's still the same, and the pricing was quite a bit different,
Yeah.
and we saw quite a bit difference as far as our expense.
I would think oftentimes you have to be in on the bid process before it starts.
Okay,
And so we may be a little late on that this year,
all right.
but I can investigate and find out
That's
what
up to
we are
you,
in
but
the
it's just my
process.
questions towards that, because I did see Delta was in there. I didn't see Muncie Central, which I assume they might be tied in with Ball State. But I saw, schools heading north is what I saw, which is
Okay.
around that Allen County area. So maybe that's part of the reason there. We're on the very south end of it there.
Okay, thank you.
So it was dated as April 1st.
Yeah.
The contract's from July 1st. Do we have time, or should this be something that we
Need to do.
need to do, and so we have it grounded? We have to take her word for it. This is her job. We should, rely on her.
I agree. To be honest, I'm not sure what the timeline is that we need to act. That would be a conversation that I'd have to have with the food service personnel. But I would think for this year that she has done her due diligence,
Okay.
and we go ahead and vote for it. But that's something we can start to look into. Are there other options besides food to school? How confident are they in the product that we're receiving, and also the quality and everything, and for the cost?
Yep.
All right, so is there a motion?
I will make a motion to approve the food to school contract.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the contract has been approved. Moving on to the second item is preschool
Laura, did you-
donation.
I don't know, I was thinking, I guess, or something, I don't know.
I heard him say yes.
All right, so we've got the donation from Mr. and Mrs. Williams to the preschool classrooms. We just need a motion to approve that $500 donation.
That was very nice and
Yeah,
generous.
that is awesome.
Is there a motion?
I make a motion.
Is there a second?
1 second here, let me catch up with you. Okay, I'm ready.
All right,
the
Carrie made a
Millers?
motion to $500 donation to the preschool. Is there a second?
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Mr. Reagan, when we get donations like that, do we send out thank yous or anything? Okay, I figured, but just wanted to clarify.
All right,
And a book.
and book.
Maybe.
We've got a field trip. The band and choir are going to Kings Island, Mason, Ohio on June 4th, 2025. We are looking for motion to approve that trip.
I just had a question on that too, on how's that tying into the school with the, is it just for the usage of the bus, and then we would pay the wages of the drivers?
That would be my guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's already been turned in and everything,
Yeah.
so we should be good.
And then liability wise as well is all fine being outside of the school year and everything.
I'd really probably have to look at our policy for that.
That'd be my only question on
Yeah.
that there. I mean, I know they've done it before.
Can we go with
And
them?
we could absolutely table it
You
until
can.
the 22nd,
I
so we
love
could look
Kings
at the
Island.
policy.
I'm
because
sure they
I
would take
don't
any
know what our
volunteers that
policy
they
says.
could get.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to, we could table it till the 22nd so I can review the policy, or we can approve it, whichever way you'd
That
like
doesn't
to
give
do
them
that.
much time for planning.
I would
It's June
approve it
4th.
so they can
Okay.
get everything. And
Yeah.
then we could still circle
into
back
it.
to see, just to
Yeah.
make sure that's all covered.
Yeah,
I will look
I
at our
believe they
school
have to
board
sign like a
policy for
parent
that.
permission form and stuff too,
Right.
so.
Okay, so we're just looking for the motion to approve.
yeah, I'll motion.
Is there a second?
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, moving on to board comments. We can start with you, Mr. Bat.
Congratulations, Mr. Reagan. I'd like to congratulate the students that, I can't remember what it was all for, but they
Lots of
worked
things.
hard and they deserve the recognition. That's all I have for tonight.
Okay, Mr. Malco?
We had a great group come out to the Barking Cow. I don't know if you saw any photos on there,
Yeah, I
but
think she posted something
full
today.
potential ice cream makers and tasters, so I got plenty to choose from on there. But we've done it for our 10th year. We've been in business there for 10 years at the Barking Cow. And it's just nice just to have them walk down. I think they visited the post office. They could see that process. And then they came by and visited us. And it's just a nice relaxing time so they could see how that process is done behind the scenes.
Is that
And,
kindergarten?
It
I
was
believe so,
kindergarten, yeah. And like I said, interesting we made honey ice cream, and I'd say 99% of them said yuck, to honey ice cream. But when they got and tasted it, it was sweet enough they understood. So their concept was only sugar. That was it. So very good.
Well, that was a great experience for them, I'm
Yes,
sure.
it was.
Mr. Williams.
I just want to thank everybody for coming in, attending, doing the presentations. Mr. Reagan, thank you, sir. You're doing a fantastic job. I can't reiterate that. You just don't cease to amaze me. There's always something new with you, and it's very appreciative. So thank you.
Mrs. Monk.
Well, I was going to say something like that, but.
Well,
I
he's
mean,
doing
we
a
know
great
you're
job.
doing great things down there, so just keep up the work. You got a good team behind you, and obviously they're excelling. The kids are doing great, and that's an awesome thing. So we got a lot of good stuff going on, and I'm excited about the Winnie book. And you guys need to bring her in here sometime for the ones that have not got to meet her,
We'll do that.
because she's a little sweetie, and I know the kids love seeing her every single day when they get out of the car. So it's a good way to start their day, I believe. So I think that was a good choice on our part for getting Winnie.
I'm sure Winnie pets in the morning are great ways to start the day.
Absolutely.
We're going to have to start doing that here too. So again, thank you for sharing your accomplishments, and it's always good to see the kids come in and see what great stuff's going on across the school. So if there's anything that we can do to support, we're here for that too. So thank you for attending, and that we will just adjourn the meeting. We just need a motion to do that.
Who wants the motion?
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
I will second it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? All right, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much.
All right.